country tomorrow. We hope to run operating lists for what you would call time-sensitive cancer surgery, but we are still just working through with our local RCN strike committee exactly what that will look like.
We have to stand up for our patients and stand up for ourselves and make ourselves heard.
Some patients won't get the treatment they wanted, but there are hospitals not affected by strikes. The advice is to check on the NHS website. Hugh Pym, BBC News.
And for details on who is striking, when and how industrial action could affect you, do visit the BBC News website, that is bbc.co.uk/news, and also by using the BBC News app. Another 5 formal complaints about the conduct of the Deputy Prime Minister Dominic Raab are being investigated. The allegations relate to Mr Raab's previous role as Justice Secretary. 3 other complaints of bullying are already being looked into by a senior lawyer. Mr Raab has denied wrongdoing. Well, our political correspondent Ione Wells is in Westminster for us. And Ione, how much pressure does this put on Dominic Raab and also on the Prime Minister?
Well, it's significant because it means there are now 8 complaints about Dominic Raab being investigated from his stints at 3 different government departments. Now, he strongly denies bullying allegations and says that's the reason he wanted these complaints to be investigated. But the sheer number of them has heaped fresh pressure on both him and the Prime Minister. Now, opposition parties say that he shouldn't remain in a government position while this investigation is ongoing. The government argue that it is right that an independent process takes place and that a lawyer will produce findings, hand a report to the Prime Minister, who will then make an ultimate judgment about whether or not Dominic Raab broke the rules that ministers have to follow and should be sacked. But that's where this could get really difficult for the Prime Minister at a time when he's trying to turn people's attention away from a period of scandals back to policy. He'll very soon have to make a comment on both his and his deputy's judgment.
Thank you very much. Ione Wells reporting from Westminster. China has removed 6 diplomats from Britain after an incident in October when they were involved in a violent scuffle with pro-democracy protesters outside the country's consulate in Manchester. The officials, including the most senior, the Consul General, refused to waive their diplomatic immunity and be questioned by police. Here's our diplomatic correspondent, James Landale.
Manchester last October, and pro-democracy campaigners from Hong Kong gather outside China's consulate. But then some men come out of the gate. They kick down posters, remove others. A violent scuffle ensues. As a senior diplomat looks on, one of the protesters is dragged inside the gates and is attacked. Police have to enter the consulate to drag him clear. The Foreign Office asked for 6 of these men to have their diplomatic immunity waived so they could be questioned by detectives. Instead, China has called them home, including the Consul General, the most senior diplomat, Mr. Zheng Zhiwan. The Foreign Secretary, James Cleverly, said he was disappointed the men would not face justice, but
this demonstrates that our adherence to the rule of law, the seriousness with which we take these incidents has had an effect.
The protester who was attacked told the BBC this solved a complicated diplomatic problem.
What happened on 16th of October 2022 was unacceptable and illegal, and the withdrawal of this
2016-17. Another couple of years with the Cavs in the NBA. Returned to the EuroLeague with Maccabi in the last 2 seasons.